was a big surprise in this tournament in my mind, as they didn't get, they lost in the playoffs, but I didn't expect them to be a playoff contender at all in this tournament.
Not at all. Number 6, Shervainen, is on the ice, and number 7, time is up. So a leading 6 players from the championship CSK Moscow team, and of course they deserve the most spots. They were still that Latvian team up front. Anson's on the blue line, and now a couple of wonderful Finnish players. Thomas Suoniemi of Finland selects, and Rupi Rajala of the Finland selects too. We just had Salanti Kozushko of CSKA, one of the best stick handlers in the entire tournament. I was mesmerized by that kid.
Yeah, he really has some good hands. A lot of players do, but I think he has probably the best.
Room last night. You really like Elias Sigral's game.
I really do. He's an offensive stud when he's on the ice. He just finds the puck. He's got speed. He's got a wicked wrister from the slot, and he can fire it from most places in the offensive zone and have a good opportunity to put it in the back of the net.
And Brendan, of course, what do you think you'd like to see from this all-star game in just terms of chances? What would make this a great experience for all the fans, do you think?
I think a lot of fast up and down play is going to be the best thing for this game, and there's a lot of fast players out here, so I think we're going to get it. And I don't necessarily think all the chances need to come from the slot. Definitely more entertaining when there's a few from the slot, but it's going to be interesting to see, as there was a chance
to Justin Heine, a little bit more of a pinch play from him. And you'll see a lot of liberties as the defense will join the play all game long, trying to get in on the action.
Yeah, this is going to be a completely different style of game. Everyone's going to be loose, and I think we might even see
deke people out of their shorts. We'll see all that and more in this game. And our guy in the sky looking at the game is Adam Kirschenblatt. He'll be doing some play-by-play in the second half of this game.
Yes, he will. And that got covered up there by Katz for
avoiding any slips on the ice, trying to get the game done. And of course, more important than keeping the players healthy is they wanted to get to that pizza party that's available for them on the pavilion.
Definitely, that pizza party sounds like
for more Bolzano pizza calling the U15 girls. Starting on May 2nd is the actual game, so there's some other stuff happening before that.
Yes.
Here's a shot towards the goal, and that's wired wide of the cage. He really thinks to the play 3 steps ahead of play. Did you notice that throughout the course of this tournament?
I really did.
Shot on goal to save his name.
He always seemed to know where the puck was going to be, and always seemed to be there before anyone else could get to it. And longer strides. That was because of that excellent anticipation. He was able to get there first.
17:20 remains in the first period of the All-Star game. Bit of a chance up the middle towards the goal, steered aside. That was Elias Sigral. So shifty and dangerous. And the puck is banked on target. And it's important to note that we are watching this wonderful All-Star game courtesy of X1 Multimedia Solutions. These guys are pros. They work so far.
I think this is a pretty good start. There's been a few good opportunities by both teams, and the play's been back and forth. And there's an opportunity in front. There's a goal by number 13 of Team North America.
Bursic again. Why not? The best forward getting us started here. And it really is his play personified. On the doorstep, able to find that loose puck and really drive it home. And that's the way he's always played throughout the course of this tournament, in combination with Gavin, playing with some different teammates as well, but such a good forward.
He really is.
And chance for a counter-attack for Team Europe, trying to avoid the losing streak of 3 years, but a 2-on-1 the other way. Leading the charge here, it is going to be Michael Hayes throwing across ice, almost a backdoor play. As he worked the give and go, but Western Canada alone, so they're casting a wide net to put these teams together, all over Canada, all over USA. As here's a chance on goal.
A real entertaining player to watch, as he really used his small size to his advantage whenever he would battle for the puck.
A backdoor play, and they score on the doorstep for the All-Stars of Europe. It is Kirill Nyazev, and he was there all tournament long. So shifty, so hard to handle right in front of the blue paint. And it's fitting that he gets a big-time goal because it's just a little bit more of a curiosity to witness all these players, see how they work together. Coming down the left side, a shot on goal. Save is made by the goaltender. Cates was able to make a big-time effort on number 8, Cole Iserman of Canada East. And
definitely the hardest by far, as I heard that puck ring off the glass behind the goaltender many times.
And I remember he scored the big goal in the very first game of the tournament.
They plan to stay in contact, and they all want to come back and play against each other and with each other in the following year, and I expect the same can be said for the boys.
And let's spend a moment to talk about
Good of a player he is to be invited to 3 WSI tournaments in 1 month.
Absolutely, and the fact that his Finland coach continues to reach out to him as a 10-year-old. A lot of these players are 11 and 12, and he made his debut when he was just turning 10.
They have created an environment here for these kids to really empower them. It helps showcase them a little bit, but it also helps test them, and they learn a lot from these tournaments.
Time is going to expire. A 1-1 tie. Thomas Bursick and Kirill Nyazev have the goals. And we do have a stoppage in play. Those observations, I'm going to step aside. Thank you so much again for everybody at the World Selects Invitational. Here's Adam and Brendan for period number 2.
Hello everybody, I am Adam Kirschenblatt. I have been the color guy for most of these games in this tournament. I'm going to be taking over some play-by-play from Quentin and Brendan. Those are the two guys you've been hearing most of from this tournament, either in each arena. I'm going to give you my own point of view on things. So Brendan, what are you thinking going into the second period?
I think that both teams have played very well. There's going to be, I think, a bit more urgency out of both teams in the second period, especially as we get later on in the period, as both teams do want to win this game for bragging rights, and to say that they were able to play in this all-star game and that they won. Maybe a few kids here might even be looking to score a goal or set up a couple goals, as that would be something very interesting to put on the resume.
Well, that sounds right. And what Quentin was saying earlier about how you're going to see a little bit more competitiveness in this All-Star game than you would in a regular professional All-Star game from a certain league back home. But one of the reasons for that is these kids are looking to be noticed in the sense that you're looking at the future of the major junior in Canada or the NCAA, and it never starts too early.
It really doesn't, and there's also a big future for these European kids over here and there.
Right, so we are in the neutral zone. That is number 2 going in, shoots the puck, throws it on net, and Dutov tournament for the Pro Selects. There was one incident where he got hurt and couldn't finish a game, but he was able to come back in the round of 16 and help his team win. He throws another puck on net, but therefore it is the North American team throwing it back into the neutral zone. Number 3 battling it with number 13 on the European team. 13 is Alexei Donsov, and number 3 is Mac McAlpine, or Agent 70 as I call them. What do you think of the Agent 70 nickname, Brendan?
I think it's interesting as that goal was scored by number 13, Alexei Donsov, for Team Europe, and he scored a big goal in his team's semifinal game in the shootout for CSK.
Game tied, winning those battles along the boards, but is cut off in the center of the ice. As number 2, Kivaharu streaking down the lane over to number 11. 15-year-old tournament, and that year after in the 14-year-old, or week after in the 14-year-old tournament. Then next year, you imagine it'll do the same thing. And also, they're continually to improve. What's good right now, if they don't improve on that, they may not be able to get to where they need to be if they want to make it to the big time. Number 13 for Team Europe, cutting through, crosses in and scores. Number 12, that is Lanti Kazuko, sorry. And he scored one of the daggers in the gold medal game. I believe it was the game-winning goal to get CSKA their gold medal, and that was quite the party after the original 6 days. Now going up, number 10, Trevor Connolly going in and shoots, and it goes in.
Yeah.
I thought he may have made one move too many, but he ended up sticking it past Dutov's right pad, and it is a 3-2 game.
As well. Yeah, Dutov looking to deserve a lot of thanks and gratitude from his team.
It's number 12 throwing it across, and it goes off. Goes off Bassin and off the other side.
On the ice for them, they always played well. They always looked for.
Oh, comes out, save, and a beaut by Dutov. As talking about a team that shares like that, as Team North America tries to throw a shot, and Dutov makes a nice left pad save. When you're talking about a team that likes to share like that and trying to always find an open net, do they sometimes, going in front and shoots, he scores! That, I believe, was Junior Podine. Got the puck in the slot.
Throw the puck towards the net, but there would be 5 people in front of them, and it wouldn't get through. And that's what I really liked about watching the Midwest Selects. They were looking for the best shot possible, and in basketball...
Sorry, on net, he shoots and scores! A nice tipped shot by Thomas Suonemi of the Finnish Selects, and he scores the goal to get it 4-3. And the Finnish Selects actually brings me to my next point, because what I describe is sometimes this very similar thing to what happened. 66 pucks, one stop, 69. So it very easily could have been Dutov that scored, but I think he was the MVP of the gold medal game.
I think he was too, as he played very well for CSKA in Moscow, and it was my mistake there. I made a mistake on who won the goaltending MVP, but Dutov, he very well could have, as you said, and he was just one of the hardest goaltenders to beat.
And I believe Dutov just made a point-blank save on Junior Podine. So Dutov, let me double check, continuing his play where he's not going to give up the next goal, and is allowing his team to be creative. As the puck goes all the way down to the other end, and it is number 11 for Team Europe, Rup Rajala, another member of Team Finland. He goes out in front, shoot, and a goal in the slot. I believe that was number 3, Fabian Liko of the Slovakia Selects.
And that was a very interesting sequence there, as he was in the slot, and it looked like he tripped up and his legs were in the air, and he batted the puck. They're going to try and win, as their competitive nature is going to drive them to try and win, but they will all just be happy that they had the opportunity to play in this game afterwards when they're having pizza.
Yes, the pizza. That is what everybody wants. It's going to be a 3-on-1 going back the other way, but it is caught up by North America. Going back in, it is an odd man rush. It has a sharp angle shot, goes over the net and wide. That was number 10, Trevor Connolly, trying to get that shot up, but couldn't get it on net. Number 8, deeks around one defender, comes in, passes the puck to his teammate, backhand shot, and it is just stopped in front of the net, blocked by one of the forwards as it comes back the other way. Trying to get through the blue line, but getting the offensive zone by the puck, and is Team Europe going back into their own zone, setting up for a play at the open net. throws it around the boards, and it is not quite there for number 8 for Europe. That was Baden Balkan, and it is playing in the North American zone. They're not going to get a chance to try and make it 5-4. 1 second left, and the game is over. Team Europe has won the All-Star game.
They have, and they played very well
and
doing it.
Trash talk between the two teams.
But you get that in hockey, and like we saw earlier in the tournament, it doesn't necessarily mean anything because usually these kids, they let it happen on the ice and they just forget about it after they step off the ice.
All right, and again, to everybody watching at home, thank you for putting up with me today, with this broadcast. Thank you on behalf of Brendan Ferreira, Quentin Amerson, myself, XL1 Solutions, everybody at Legacy Global Sports. Thank you for taking part in the All-Star Game as we listen to Robin of Legacy Global Sports going to give out the players of the game for the All-Star Game. I believe that is Dutov. Nope, that is Neil Cates. That was congratulated by him as the top player of the game or defenseman of the game for Team Europe. Number 10 is over. The last image we're going to leave you with is the handshake. And we will see you, hopefully, for those who want to see the 2005s, we will see you next week. If you're going for the U14, it'll be Brendan Ferreira here in Bolzano. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night or morning, depending where you are. And we'll see you next time.